Thank you for joining us today for this exclusive interview with Courtney Glaudé. Today we'll be discussing the debut of his 2023 feature film, The Reading. The Reading is a supernatural thriller written, directed, and produced by Glaudé. Executive produced by Academy Award nominated producer Lee Daniels and starring Academy Award winning actress and comedian Monique. The Reading is streaming now on BET Plus. Glaudé is based in Houston, Texas, and has written, directed, and produced multiple award-winning shorts, including Best Short Drama for a role at LA Short Film Festival and Best Short for a tag at Atlanta's Bronze Lens Film Festival. So, hi, Courtney. It's an honor to meet you. And how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure having you on today. So right now you're currently in Houston, Texas?
Yes. Home, born and raised. Don't plan on going nowhere. Trying to build a community up here.
Perfect. How's the weather where you are?
I'm gonna be honest. We have bipolar weather, so it just depends on what type of time of day. We can wake up in the morning and have snow boots, and then afternoon you can have on a short set because it's super hot, and then a hurricane gonna hit around 3, and this is one day. This is in one day. So we make sure that we keep umbrellas, jackets, and boots in the car at all times. But today it's cool. It's just a little muggy outside.
Mm-hmm. I feel you on that. I'm from Chicago, and we have one day it's like hot, the next it's snowing. I'm just like, what is this?
No. See, I went to Chicago. Y'all win, and that cold is disrespectful. I had on full body clothes, and I don't know how the cold got under there, but y'all cold weather is disrespectful out there.
It really is, though.
And that pizza that they tell you to eat, and then you go to sleep for 2 days. That
deep dish.
That deep dish, and see, here's the thing: nobody tells you that you can order a deep dish for 5 people. So I ordered one by myself, and I went and I slept for my whole trip because I couldn't wake back up after I ate that.
I swear we really don't eat that. We eat like, what is it, home style, like the square pizza, like deep dish. That's for special occasions.
I would imagine. Don't plan anything after you eat that.
So let's jump right into it. For starters, can you tell us more about yourself and what inspired you to become a film writer and producer?
So yeah, I'm from Houston, Texas. I was born and raised here. I can't even say what inspired me. This has always been me. I've always been really into storytelling, even as a kid. My imagination was huge. So this was always supposed to be me. I just kind of fell into it and realized it and started noticing, oh, you're making movies. That's what you're doing when you're writing these things. That's what you're doing when you're picking these angles and thinking about that in your head. And then I just basically had to use trial and error to become, capable of actually doing it.
Mm-hmm. And can you tell us more about your new film, The Reading, and what inspired the film?
So, The Reading is a supernatural film. It's starring Monique. She plays a widow by the name of Emma Leeden, and Emma Leeden suffers a home invasion which killed her children and her family a year prior. She has written this book, and now her sister-in-law wants her to do a publicity stunt with a fake medium inside this home. But now the home is fortified because how fearful Emma is of what could happen, this thing happening again. They agree to do this psychic medium. They agree to do this medium reading with this young psychic named Sky Brown. They think Sky is fake. That's why they're agreeing to do it. Sky is not fake. She really do this for real. And now they're playing with the dead in this fortified home. And at that point, it hits the fan once they get in there. This idea of this film came about years ago when I saw Tyler Henry doing a reading with Bobby Brown. And I saw the reaction Tyler had when he figured out who Bobby Brown was. And from that reaction, I got really excited about that reaction. And honestly, the entire film grew from me wanting to produce something to get a character to produce that reaction.
Mm-hmm. And out of curiosity, have you always been like a supernatural and like thriller kind of person, or like is it something that like developed as your love for like filmmaking and producing like has grown over the years?
Thriller horror has always, yes, see, like thriller horror has all. This is Freddy, this is Michael, that's Jason. So they've always been um within me. I've always loved character driven thrillers or character driven horrors. Coming up as a kid, these were my favorite things to watch. Even now, I'll go to any streaming source and I go to the thriller section and pick on that. I'll watch anything in the thriller section.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I want to just like give everyone a glimpse and a view of your trailer. Just
Okay.
a moment.
Make sure you get a good one. They had like two of them. I don't like all of them. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
And 1 second. There we go.
I don't want to do this anymore.
What is it you're not telling?
Remember that guy?
The white boy from the lab. About him.
His mom came so close to touching me.
What happens when they touch you?
They possess you.
Emma Leiden. She's an author. She's wanted to do a reading for her.
What's the catch?
Her husband and 2 children were killed in a home invasion about 2 years ago. Emma barely survived.
I told you I was scared. If you go and find another gig.
You're talking about $100 grand.
Emma, Sky's the one doing your reading today.
I've heard some amazing things about you.
I hope I can help you in some way. You ready? Take deep breaths.
I heard footsteps.
That's creepy.
How did you do that?
This has never happened before.
She locked us in.
We gotta snap her out of it.
Sky? Hey, Mommy. What you doing?
I think we're trapped in here.
Hide.
Stop her.
You can't.
Run!
Wow, like that just looks juicy. Like I have to get some popcorn and turn that on as soon as we get off of here. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So I'm just curious about this. um, why did you like choose to have the film be a thriller? And like what was your thought process with like writing and filming it?
So I love giving people an experience, right? And I love the thing about this movie is you will have to watch the movie twice because you're going to miss something. I think the experience, oh, like so perfect example, like Get Out and Us.
Mhm.
Hill gives you an emotion throughout the film. I wanted to give people an emotion throughout the film while they have to think about what they're watching. So it's like, you know how like when you get scared and you put the covers over your head? Well,
Mhm.
you can't do that in this film because you're going to miss something. And I also wanted to make people uneasy in the daytime. So most of this movie is 90% of this movie is filmed and based in the daytime. So I figure
Mhm.
if I can make you jumpy in the daytime, then I've written a good story. If I can make you jumpy in the daytime.
That's so unique. I feel like a lot of films, like it's typically like based in the evening, and that's when like the whole like horror show just like begins. So
Yeah, no, I
that's
wanted to
amazing.
do it. I did it in the daytime on purpose.
And for my next question, what was it like working with Academy Award nominator nominated producer Lee Daniels and Academy Award-winning actress and comedian Monique?
So I worked with Monique when we were filming, and honestly, it was a humbling experience to where all she wanted to do was make sure everybody else was good and had what they needed to do the job that they were there to do and enjoy that in the moment. She was a teacher and she was a nurturer while she was on set and just made sure everyone was good. So that was perfect for me. Working with Lee, it was pretty much the same. Lee didn't have to do anything that he did. So when I brought him the film, it was really humbling that he loved the film. You know what I'm saying? Like a director that I love his work loves something that I did. So Lee was very comforting too. Lee was like, all right, this is what I think you need to do, and this is what it is. And the thing about Lee is Lee was never pushy about it. Lee was like, this is what I think you should do, but this yours. So make sure if you change it, you love what you changed because this yours. So it was a great experience just meeting two people in the industry that's been in the industry so long that open their arms with care and love.
That's amazing. And for my next question, so what are some minor or major challenges that you have faced, like while writing and producing this thriller? And how did you work to overcome those challenges?
Time. So time is the biggest challenge when being an indie filmmaker. You don't have the time that you would like to produce what you would like to produce. So time would be the biggest factor up against me. For this one, I didn't beat the time or overcome it. You just have to make sure that you go through it and walk through it in completion. So the biggest thing that I did, I wanted to make sure that we completed a thought or completed an idea, regardless of the time restraints that we had.
Yeah. And for my next question, like kind of going along with that, what advice can you offer like aspiring filmmakers or producers?
To make sure that you keep failing. And what I mean by failing is if the only way you fail is if you're trying something that you've never tried before and stretching yourself to a different level, fail a lot. Just continue to do. If you have a thought, see if you feel like, oh well, I don't have what I need. Okay, well try to do it without that. Sure. And then when you see it's not what you want it to be, then try it again, and then try it again, and then try it again. The thing that gets a lot of creators is we stop before we try. So we defeat ourselves before we even try to move forward on the idea that we have. Just try it. You're like, it's so many, they've had $30 million films that we'll never see because they fail. Why can't you try with your idea, your $5,000 film, your $10,000 film? Just try it, see what comes from it, get opinions on it, and then do it again. Just do it.
Most definitely. And I guess for my last question, what are some upcoming projects that fans can look forward to from you in the future?
Well, I'm working on another feature right now that I am shopping to major production companies that I'm super excited about filming later this year. So hopefully you guys get another feature from me next year. If not that, then a series that I'm in the works on. So next year you will see this face.
That's what's up. And lastly, what's something else that you want to speak about, like on the film, that you haven't mentioned before? Something that's unique or that you want viewers to look out for?
So for viewers, there you have to pay attention. Pay attention to the homeless man. He's telling you something. The homeless man is telling you something. I know we ignore him. Pay attention to what the homeless man is saying. Even sometimes if you can't hear him, what's the little thing you turn on? The caption. Let the caption run across the screen. Pay attention to what the homeless man is telling you.
Okay, noted. When I go watch it, I'm gonna look out for that. So thank you everyone today for joining us today for this interview. I just wanted to reiterate to look out for this film. It is currently filming on, or it's streaming on BET Plus, so you can look out for it there. and show some support. Go to Courtney's Instagram page, and I can drop that in the chat. What is your Instagram?
It is my name, at Courtney Glaudé.
1 second. Okay. Go follow him on Instagram and show some support. That is so essential to show support to Black artists, filmmakers, anybody in the industry. So thank you again for joining us and for everyone tuning in. And I just wanted to say, don't forget to like, comment, and share this interview on our social media pages. You can rewatch this interview on our Facebook page at Afro American Newspapers. And don't forget to go to afro.com to see recent news stories, order your Afro swag and cookbook, and you can sign up for e-blasts and newsletters. So thank you again, Courtney, for joining us, and go check out his film.
Thank you for having me.
No problem.